Hi, friends. Welcome to my 2025 home project list. So, I was inspired to do this thanks to my bestie, Shavonda Gardner, who got this idea from the renovation husbands. And I thought it was so amazing because just like Shavonda, I also have put this information in blog format for the last couple years. Yeah, I'm joining the bandwagon and doing this in carousel form for IG, but I also thought, hey, I'm trying to get into my YouTube bag, get into the swing of shooting in horizontal format. So I'm also putting this on YouTube. So my YouTube community can join along the way my Instagram community has joined me for the last like 10 years. This list is a list of projects that I plan to tackle here in my home this year. So I know a lot of you that have been with me for several years are probably like, what possibly could you be doing in your house? Because your house is done. And I will say, yeah, pretty much my house is done. Quick pause because I'm editing this video and I cannot get past this certain point without making a disclaimer. As an interior designer, is it my belief that your home is ever really done? We will be digging into this in a future series, but had to throw this in there. But I also have to admit something. It is really easy to get caught up in the world of influencing with the amount of free product that gets thrown your way. And for me, I usually don't work with brands that I wouldn't purchase from. Um, so it makes it really easy to say yes to some of the free products that I get offered because I wouldn't take the product if I wouldn't buy it myself. But there was a season a couple years ago where I was a little bored with some of the rooms in my home. And I won't even say bored, but it felt like they were done and they just needed a refresh. And I had the opportunity to work with a brand that I actually love and would absolutely purchase from. But they offered me free product, and I made some decisions that felt like the next version of me would like, not necessarily what I liked right then. Future me would love these products. And I got the products in and they are beautiful. I am sitting in some of them now. They are beautiful. They are well made. They are high quality. They are comfortable. They are literally perfect pieces of furniture. But the more I lived with them, the more I was like, these aren't me. Future me, I don't have time to be planning for. I want to love my product that is in my home. I want to love my designs now. And I really knew that it was a thing when I started to miss the old furniture that I had. So I knew I had to make some decisions to get back to me. So, with that in mind, the grand scheme of the projects that I am taking on in my home in 2025 are just that, getting back to me. But there's one project that doesn't fit this criteria, and it is the project that I'm starting with. Project number one is my garage. The garage is the final frontier of our home. It is the one space in our house that has never been touched. Nothing's been done to it. It has been collecting all of the discarded items from inside the house. It's a mess. So this year, my plan is to one, change the garage door because we've done so much work for all of the exterior renovations at the house that the garage door is kind of the final frontier. For all the external renovations, I want a new garage door and I want a new system for the garage door itself. We have a keypad and everything. I don't remember the code for it. So I would love a new lift system. I would love for something that's remote. So new garage door, new garage system. The inside of the garage is also getting a full-blown makeover. It is dusty, dingy, dirty, disorganized, and I want to change all of that. I want to paint the walls, redo the ceiling. I don't know if I'm doing anything about the floors, but don't be surprised if I do. but I want a full-blown organization system where I can house all the things that belong in the garage, but I also have somewhere that's like a plant bench where I can repot my plants. I can keep all of my plant related things so I can get them out of my office and put them in the garage. I already have a refrigerator there that's like the beverage station for the patio. I want to, you know, revamp that area. And I also just want to clear out the space so I can get a second car into the garage. Right now, all the stuff is taking up the second parking spot, and my son is this close to driving and having his own vehicle, and I would love for him to be able to park in the garage at some point. So the garage is the biggest project, I should say. The garage also includes our workshop, which I don't think anybody's ever seen, but more to come. Project number 2, the living room. I'm in the living room right now and love everything about it. It won't be repainted or anything like that. I am replacing all of the furniture and the rug. So the sofa's going, the chairs are going, all 4 of them. My beloved Bernhardt coffee table is going. I want to bring this room back to the mid-century modern lounge that it used to be, but also elevated with some really, really curated pieces, and also a new layout. The zoning of this room currently works really well because everything is focused on the fireplace and the TV. But there's a few things that I want to switch up a little bit. And so you'll see that with the new pieces that I bring in. Project number 3, the primary bedroom. So this room used to be my favorite room in the house, especially after we completed the one room challenge in fall of 2019, actually winter of 2019. That room, I love it so much. I love the layout. I love that we added the French doors. I love the color and everything. But currently, I'm ready for a change. A lot of you may or may not know my husband passed away a couple years ago, and I've changed the bedroom since then just because I was ready for change. And again, I made those changes thinking of someone else and not who I really was at the time or who I am right now. And I'm just ready to change. I'm ready for change. The slat wall that really went viral once I completed the room in 2019, 2020, has been in several publications. It's been an inspiration to a lot of other people's projects, and I'm just ready for something different. The slats are great. They are a great focal point. They look like art, adding a ton of texture to the room, but I'm ready for a change. So that means new rug, new walls, new ceiling, potentially new art and new lighting, um, new curtains. So yeah, stick with me. The primary bedroom is gonna be revamped. Project 4. This one may come as a surprise to some of you, but I am changing our dining room. And the biggest thing that I'm changing about our dining room, and I'm calling it a dining room, but it's a dining space. The biggest thing I'm changing is the mural, the hand painted mural that you all have come to know me for. I love it. It is signature Carmion Hamilton, and it has so much meaning behind it, but I'm ready for change, and so it has to go. I painted that wall in 2020, and it has been a staple for several things. It became part of my branding. It turned into a wallpaper for a long time. And it was the jumpstart to so many other things that got me recognized from that point. Um, but I feel like that particular wall, that particular pattern is now holding me in a box, and I'm ready to come out of that box. I want something fresh in that space. Um, just a new feeling. I want that space to reflect what's happening with the changes that are going to happen in the living room. And so it's being changed too. What I would love to be on this list of 2025 is my kitchen. And that's a whole nother story. I'm ready for new cabinets and everything. That may be 2026. But what I can do in 2025 is update the dining portion of our eat-in kitchen area. So the dining room and the mural are changing. So very short list, but very big list, heavy list for my house. Pray for me in my pockets. I'm even going to be bringing you guys along with me on how I plan to budget and pay for these projects, because I think a lot of people just need insight on how other people are paying for these renovations. I do show up here as a designer and an influencer, so I'm always going to tell you whether I get something for free, whether it's gifted, whether I got it discounted, or I'm paying for this out of pocket. So come along on this journey with me for 2025. We're already 2 months in, so I'm behind. But it's going to be a good year. I'm very excited. Thanks.